Zhanjiang point is located on the outer side of the calf, and the tip of the lateral malleolus is vertically upwards and 4 horizontal fingers, taking the finger as the standard 3 inches, which is at the front edge of the fibula. There is a feeling of soreness and swelling when pressing. Press the pulp of the finger on the position of the Zhanjiang point. Press down for 6 seconds and then release it, and then do the next pressing, 1 pressing and 1 loosening as a cycle, each time pressing the Zhanjiang point for 5 to 10 minutes. You can also use the method of massage to stimulate the Zhanjiang point. Press the position of the point with the thumb, rotate and massage in a clockwise direction, each massage for 5 to 10 minutes. The method of moxibustion can also stimulate the Zhanjiang point. Gentle moxibustion can be used, and the ignited moxa sticks are placed above the Zhanjiang point about 2 to 3 centimeters from the surface of the skin, and the skin at the point feels mild but not burning. You can also use bird pecking to stimulate the Zhanjiang point. The ignited moxa sticks point at the Zhanjiang point, and use the technique of falling in near and far together. Just like a bird pecking, usually 10 to 15 minutes per treatment, the above operation methods can be used alone or in combination. In short, Zhanjiang point has the functions of dredging meridians, activating collaterals, relaxing tendons and relieving pain, and is a good point for relieving pain. The Y-Chu point is located on the outer side of the calf, the midpoint of the line connecting the head of the transverse popliteal crease and the tip of the lateral malleolus. And the next horizontal finger is the point. To stimulate the Y-Chu point, you can use the method of tapping. Press the thumb on the position of the outer mound and use a certain amount of force. Press down, hold for 5 to 6 seconds and then release. Rest for 2 to 3 seconds and then perform point pressing, 1 press and 1 release for a cycle, each point for 5 to 10 minutes. You can also use the method of pressing and rubbing to stimulate the outside for Y-Chu point. Press the thumb pulp on Y-Chu point with the point as the center. Keep a certain force and rotate and massage in a clockwise direction, each massage for 5 to 10 minutes, and gentle moxibustion can also be used to stimulate the outer Wei Chu point. Choose a suitable moxa stick, ignite the stick and aim it at the Wei Chu point about 2 to 3 centimeters away from the skin surface for moxibustion, and moxibustion for 10 to 15 minutes each time. The moxa stick is aimed at the Wei Chu point, and the moxa stick is held in the hand in a movement similar to that of a bird pecking. And the moxibustion is carried out by falling and falling near and far together, usually for about 1 to 15 minutes each time. Sanyang Luo point is located on the back of the forearm, in the depression between the ulna and the radius of the 6 transverse fingers, 4 inches, on the transverse crease of the wrist. To stimulate the Sanyang Luo point, you can use the method of tapping. Press with the pulp of the thumb, stay on the Sanyang Luo point. It is advisable to feel sore and swollen locally on the point and then increase the force. Gradually press deeply. Hold for 5 to 6 seconds and release it. Rest for 3 seconds and then press deeply. Press it for 5 to 10 minutes, or you can use the method of massage. Press the pulp of the thumb on the position of the Sanyang Luo point. And then use the point as the center to maintain a certain force to rotate and massage. It is suitable for soreness. Massage for 5 to 10 minutes each time. You can use moxibustion to stimulate the Sanyang Luo point. You can use gentle moxibustion. Ignite the moxa stick about 2 to 3 centimeters away from the skin surface of Sanyang Luo point for smoked moxibustion. It is advisable that the skin at the points feel mild but without burning pain. Moxa is applied for 10 to 15 minutes each time. You can also use a bird to peck and scorch the ignited moxa sticks at the Sanyang Luo point. It is far similar to the method of bird pecking, which can give strong warm stimulation to the acupuncture points. Generally, moxa is burned for 10 to 15 minutes, and the method of scraping can also be used. The palm, the back is the focal point. Repeat the continuous scraping from top to bottom in one direction. The location of Zhe-shu points is easy to find. It is located on the back. When selecting points, we must first find the lower angle of the scapula. The vertebra that is flat to the lower angle of the scapula is the 7th thoracic vertebra, which is about 2 fingers, 1.5 inches, away from the lower edge of the spinous process to select points. You can use the method of pressing to stimulate the points of the Zhe-shu point. The mother finger is pressed on the position of the points when there is blood stasis in the body. You will usually feel soreness. Press firmly and deeply for 5 to 6 seconds, then release, and rest for 3 after a few seconds. Do the next pressing, 1 pressing and 1 loosening as a cycle. Press the Zhe-shu points for 10 minutes each time. You can also use the method of pressing and kneading to stimulate the Zhe-shu points. When the soreness is obvious, use the point as the center. Rotate and massage in a clockwise direction, 10 minutes each time, 2 to 3 times a day, or use the method of point tapping. Hold both hands into hollow fists. Continuously tap the Zhe-shu points 50 to 100 times. You can also use a small massage hammer to tap the Zhe-shu points. You can also tap the Zhe-shu points. Use the palms as the focal point to tap the positions of the Zhe-shu points, and continue to beat for 5 to 10 minutes each time. The method of scraping can also be used to stimulate the points of the Zhe-shu point after fully exposing the back. Apply an appropriate amount of scraping oil to the points of the Zhe-shu point and then hold the scraping board in the hand, with the thin edge of the scraping board facing the palm, and the thick edge is the focal point. One way repeatedly scraping at the points, to the extent that the scab emerges. During the scraping process, the pressure on the oil is gradually increased, and then gradually reduced from the heavier. To overcome fear by pressing and rubbing Sha Bai points, you must first find the acupuncture points. The ancients had an interesting method when looking for Sha Bai points. They dyed ink on the nipples, then folded their arms with both hands, and dyed their arms with ink dots. The place is the Sha Bai point. Of course, we can use other methods to find points. The Sha Bai point is located on the inner side of the arm, 5 inches above the transverse crease of the elbow. This depression on the radial side is the Sha Bai point. To stimulate the Sha Bai point, you can click in the method of pressing and rubbing. You can press the Sha Bai point with your thumb when pressing, and you will feel a soreness and numbness in the local point. Press the point with your fingers and gradually press it deeply. Hold it for 10 seconds and release it. 1 press and 1 loosening is a cycle. Press the Sha Bai point 100 times. Or use the massage method. Press the Sha Bai point with the thumb, and maintain a certain pressing pressure to make the point feel sore and swollen, and then press the Sha Bai point with the thumb. As the center, use the thumb to do rotary massage. Clockwise and counterclockwise can be massaged 100 times. The time is between 2 to 3 minutes. In addition, there is another reason why Sha Bai point can overcome fear, because this point it also has a very good effect on relieving tachycardia. So if you feel nervous in an emergency and your heart rate increases, just press the Sha Bai point hard and you can quickly regain a calm feeling. First, find the location of Lao Gong point, which is located in the palm of the hand. When it is between the second and third metacarpal bones, it is biased towards the third metacarpal bone. When making a fist and flexing the fingers, it is the tip of the middle finger. To stimulate the Lao Gong point, you can use the pressing method. The thumb put it at the position of Lao Gong point. The strength is suitable for the feeling of soreness. Press this point for 3 to 6 seconds and then release it. Press and press continuously for 5 minutes. It is best to press it for 5 minutes. The best before going to bed every night. Press 10 minutes. Long-term adherence can reduce the heart fire, widen the chest and relieve depression, promote sleep. And then go down to find the location of Tai Chong point. To stimulate the Tai Chong point, you can use the pinching method to place the thumb on the Tai Chong point, opposite to the index finger. Pinching 36 times is 1 time, 3 to 4 times each time, with even strength, and a sour taste. The method can also be used to stimulate the Lao Gong and Tai Chong points. Point the moxa sticks at the Lao Gong and Tai Chong points respectively, 2 to 3 centimeters away from the skin surface, to the extent that the skin feels mild but there is no burning sensation. Moxa for about 10 minutes each time, only if the skin of the acupuncture point is flushed, once a day before going to bed. Jian Li point is easy to find. It is located in the upper abdomen, on the front midline, and the navel is vertically upward in 4 horizontal fingers, and the finger is exactly 3 inches away. To stimulate Jian Li point, you can use the method of tapping, pressing with the pulp of the thumb, at the position of Jian Li point, then press down deeply. Depending on the local soreness and slight pain, press and release for about 10 seconds, rest for 3 seconds and then press and release for a cycle, continue to press 5 minutes. 1 to 2 times a day. You can also use the method of massage. Press the key point with the thumb belly, and then take the point as the center. Keep a certain strength and rotate from the inside to the outside, each time 3 to 5 minutes, twice a day. You can also use moxibustion to stimulate the Jianli point. You can use gentle moxibustion. Ignite the moxa stick, and then aim the ignited end of the Jianli point about 2 to 3 centimeters from the skin surface, as long as the skin feels mild but there is no burning sensation. Moxa is applied for 10 to 20 minutes each time, and the red army can be stopped when the local skin of the acupuncture point is 2 times a day. It is more effective to stimulate Jianli point with cupping method. After 10 to 15 minutes, you can lift the pot. It should be noted that the cupping operation method is too professional. Generally speaking, it is not recommended to operate it at home to avoid accidental burns or scalds. The above operation methods can be used alone or in combination. Chi Men point is located on the chest. When the nipple is straight down, count down 2 intercostal spaces, the 6th intercostal space, and 4 inches lateral to the anterior midline. Press the sore point at the Chi Men point. To stimulate the Chi Men point, you can use point pressing method. Put your thumb on the Chi Men point, then press down. Hold for 5 to 6 seconds and then release. Rest for 3 seconds before pressing. 1 pressing and 1 loosening is a cycle, pressing the Chi Men point 5 to 10 minutes each time. You can also use the massage method. Press the position of the Chi Men point with the thumb pulp, take the point as the center, maintain a certain force to rotate and massage. And press and knead for 5 to 10 minutes each time. You can also using the method of gentle moxibustion. Place the ignited moxa sticks at the Chi Men point for smoke moxibustion about 2 to 3 centimeters from the surface of the skin, if the skin at the point feels mild and there is no burning sensation. It is advisable to apply the moxa for 10 to 15 minutes each time. You can also use bird pecking and burning. Point the ignited moxa sticks at the chi men point, and use the technique of falling and falling near and far, usually about 10 to 15 minutes each time. Ku Quan point is located on the inner side of the knee joint. When the knee is flexed, the depression above the head of the transverse line on the inner side of the knee joint is the Ku Quan point. To stimulate the Ku Quan point, you can use the method of tapping, pressing the thumb on the Ku Quan point. If there is a feeling of soreness, press down hard. Hold for 5 to 6 seconds and then release. Rest for 3 seconds before pressing. 1 pressing and 1 loosening is a cycle, pressing Ku Quan point for 5 to 10 minutes each time. You can also using the method of massage. Press the thumb pulp against the position of Ku Quan point, maintain a certain strength, rotate and massage in a clockwise direction, and massage for 5 to 10 minutes each time. Gentle moxibustion can also stimulate Ku Quan point. The ignited First, find the Kunlun point, which is located behind the lateral malleolus, when the depression between the tip of the lateral malleolus and the Achilles tendon is outside. The Kunlun point is located. To stimulate the Kunlun point, you can use the pressing method. Press the thumb on the Kunlun point, and press the thumb with force, deep pressure. If there is a feeling of soreness, last for 5 to 10 seconds, then release and press again. One pressure and one release is a cycle, 10 minutes each time, 5 times a day. You can also use the massage method to stimulate the Kunlun point. Press the thumb pulp on the Kunlun point. Press the pulp firmly and deeply, if there is a feeling of soreness. Keep it for 5 to 10 seconds, then release it and press it again, 5 times a day for 10 minutes, and then find the Zanzhong point. Zanzhong point is 3 inches above the tip of the lateral malleolus. That is Zanzhong point. In addition to the same pressing and kneading methods as Kunlun points, moxa can also be used to stimulate Zanzhong point. Aim the ignited moxa stick at the Zanzhong point about 2 to 3 centimeters away from the skin surface, so that the skin feels mild but there is no burning sensation. Each time the moxa stick is 10 minutes. And the skin at the point is flushed, 1 time a day before going to bed. First, find the location of Shangju Shu point. It is located on the front and outer side of the calf, 6 inches below Dubai point, and 1 finger transverse to the front edge of the tibia. To stimulate the Shangju Shu point, you can press it with the pulp of the thumb, then press the Shangju Shu point gradually, hold it for 2 to 3 seconds and then release it, and press again. 5 times a day. You can also use the massage method to stimulate the Shangju Shu point. Press the thumb on the position of the Shangju Shu point, and then press rotate and massage. 10 minutes each time, 2 to 3 times a day, and then find the Tian Shu point. This point is located in the abdomen of the human body and 3 fingers left and right beside the navel. To stimulate the Tian Shu point, you can use an Shangju Shu point. The same method, pressing and rubbing the points, has the effect of conditioning the stomach, relieving diarrhea and relieving pain. The above operation methods can be used alone or in combination. On the front of the thigh of Fu 2 point, when the connecting line between the anterior superior iliac spine and the lateral end of the patellar base is 6 inches from the patellar base. There is a simple way to select the point. Press on the middle point on the patella, and the other fingers are pressed together on the thigh of the person to be pointed. The position of the tip of the middle finger is the Fu 2 point. To stimulate the Fu 2 point, you can use the method of pressing to find the Fu 2 point on the thigh position. Use the pulp of the thumb to press down the Fu 2 point deeply. If you feel soreness at the point, press it gradually and deeply, hold for 10 seconds and then release. A cycle of pressing and loosening is a cycle, 36 times of acupuncture points. You can also use a scraping board for point pressure. Use the thick corners of the scraping board. At 90 degrees with the skin, point down to press down the Fu 2 point. The force should gradually increase. It is appropriate to tolerate. Keep 5 seconds, lift it up quickly. And it can be pressed repeatedly for 10 times. The method of massage is also often used to stimulate the Fu 2 point. Use the pulp of the thumb to press the position of the Fu 2 point. and perform rotation and massage, so that the local soreness is obvious. It is better to have a warm feeling spread around. Massage for 5 to 10 minutes each time. You can also use the palm push method to massage, focusing on the base of the palm and the hypothenar, with the Fu-2 point as the center, clockwise. Pay attention to massage because the human heart is on the left side, so we should focus on the left side when stimulating the Fu-2 point. First, find the location of Shen Men point, which is located in the bowl, the inner end of the horizontal stripe on the palm of the bowl. and the depression on the outside of the tendon. To stimulate the Shen Men point, we can use the pressing method. Press the Shen Men point with the thumb pulp, and massage deeply. Press the abdomen, hold the pressure for 5 to 10 seconds. Then relax and press again, and continue for 10 minutes each time. You can also use the massage method to stimulate the Shen Men point. Press the Shen Men point with the thumb pulp, and then press and rub it. Hold the strength for 5 to 10 seconds, then relax. Repeat for 10 minutes each time, and then find the position of the Tai Chong point, which is located on the dorsum of the foot. When the first and second metatarsal space is behind the depression, stimulate the Tai Chong point. In addition to the same pressing and kneading methods as Shen Men points, the pinching method can also be used, placing the thumb on the patient's Tai Chong point and facing the other 4 fingers. Pinching 20 times is 1 time, each pinching 3 to 4 times. Moxibustion is very effective for stimulating Tai Chong points. Ignite moxa sticks and aim at the points about 2 to 3 centimeters from the surface of the skin, to the extent that the skin feels mild but without burning pain. Moxibustion for 10 times each time in about a minute. The skin at the point is flushed. First, find the location of Zhongwan point, which is located on the upper abdomen of the human body, on the front midline, and 4 inches above the navel, to stimulate the Zhongwan point. You can use the pressing method. Press the Zhongwan point with the pulp of the thumb. When massaging, press hard and deep with your fingertips. Stop pressing if you feel sore and swollen. Then relax and press again. Repeat for 10 minutes each time, 5 times a day. 15 days is a course of treatment. You can also use the massage method to stimulate the Zhongwan point. Press the Zhongwan point with the thumb pulp. Press the pulp deeply, and then press and rub it. Stop the pressure when there is a feeling of soreness. Keep the pressure for 5 to 10 seconds. Then relax, press and knead again. The head repeats continue, 10 minutes each time, 5 times a day, 15 days as a course of treatment, and then find the location of Feng Long point, which is located on the outer side of the calf, 8 inches above the tip of the lateral malleolus, and 2 inches outside the fibula. This point is to stimulate the Feng Long point. In addition to the same pressing method and rubbing method as the Zhongwan point, you can also use moxibustion, igniting moxa sticks, aiming at the point about 2 to 3 centimeters from the skin surface, so that the skin feels mild but no burning sensation for the degree. Apply moxa for about 10 minutes each time, as long as the skin on the acupuncture point is flushed, once a day before going to bed, 3 to 4 times a week. The location of Ryu point is easy to find. When taking points, you can lie flat, vertically downward from the nipple, and push 3 intercostal spaces. The Ryu points can be tapped. The thumb is pressed on the Ryu point, hold for 6 seconds and then release, rest for 3 seconds and then press the points. 1 press and 1 release is a cycle. Each time you tap the Ryu points for 5 to 10 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day. To stimulate the Ryu point, you can also use the massage method. Press the position of the Ryu point with the thumb pulp, then take the point as the center, maintain a certain force and rotate clockwise massage for 5 to 10 minutes each time. You can also place the palm root on the position of the Ryu points. Use the power of the palm root to rotate the points. Moxibustion can also stimulate the Ryu points. After burning the moxa stick, aim it at the Ryu point about 2 to 3 centimeters away from the skin surface of the point for smoke moxibustion. The skin at the point feels mild but without burning pain. Moxa is burned for 10 to 15 minutes each time, and cupping can also be used. Method: keep the tank for 10 to 15 minutes each time to lift the tank, but in order to avoid danger. The method of cupping still recommends that you go to a professional medical institution to avoid burns or scald due to improper operation. The position of Zhang Feng point is easy to find. When selecting points, the dorsum of the foot is straight and the toes are upturned. At this time, a large tendon can be seen on the dorsum of the foot. The depression below the inner ankle of the foot is on the inside of the large tendon, to stimulate the Zhang Feng point. You can use the method of tapping. Press down the Zhang Feng point with your thumb. Hold it for a while, then release it. Rest for a few seconds before pressing the next time. One pressing and one loosening is a cycle, each time pressing the Zhang Feng point for 5 to 10 minutes. It is also possible to stimulate the Zhang Feng point by pressing and kneading. Press the Zhang Fen point with the thumb pulp, take the point as the center, and maintain a certain force to rotate and massage for 5 to 10 minutes each time. The method of moxibustion is also. It can stimulate the Zhang Feng point, ignite the moxa sticks and aim it at the Zhang Feng point about 2 to 3 centimeters from the surface of the skin at the point, and fumigate for 15 minutes. You can also use bird pecking to stimulate the Zhang Feng point. Align the ignited moxa sticks at the zhang feng point, and use the technique of falling near and far together. Just like a bird pecking, each time the treatment is performed for about 10 to 15 minutes, the skin is warm and flushed. First, find the location of Tianzu point. It is located in the depression just below the back of the skull, and the outer edge of the left and right muscles is this point. To stimulate Tianzu point, you can use the pressing method to press the two sides of Tianzu together with the thumb and forefinger, Tianzu point, when massaging. Press deeply with the finger pulp, keep the pressure for 5 to 10 seconds and then relax, and press again for 10 minutes each time, 5 times a day, 15 days as a course of treatment. Massage can also be used to stimulate Tianzu point. Press the Tianzu points on both sides with the thumb and index finger pulps together. Press deeply with the finger pulps. Then press and knead them. Keep the pressure for 5 to 10 seconds, then relax and press and knead, Repeat for 10 minutes each time, 5 times a day, 15 days as a course of treatment. In the position of finding Da Zui point, which is located at the lower end of the human body's neck, in the depression under the spinous process of the 7th cervical vertebra. To stimulate Da Zui point can use the same pressing method as Tian Zhu point, and in addition to the massage method, moxibustion can also be used. Igniting moxa sticks at the points about 2 to 3 centimeters away from the skin surface, to the extent that the skin feels mild but without burning pain, and moxa is applied for about 10 minutes each time. It is enough if the local skin is flushed, once a day before going to bed, 3 to 5 times a week. To find the location of Cheng Ling point, you need to find the Mu Chuang point first, which is given to the side of the head. A finger width above the hairline is the two-way point, and a finger width above the middle of the front hairline is the Shen Ting point. The midpoint of the line connecting the two-way and Shen Ting points is the Tu Lin Chi point. The point where the Tu Lin Chi point is straight up to the horizontal finger is the Mu Chuang point, and the intersection of the two ear tips and the midline of the head is the Bai Wei point. Make a horizontal line on Bai Wei point forward and one horizontal finger, and make a vertical line on the back of Mu Chuang point. The intersection of the two lines is immediately Cheng Ling point. To stimulate Cheng Ling point, you can use the method of tapping. Press your thumb on Cheng Ling point and apply with a certain strength. Press gradually and deeply. Hold for 5 to 6 seconds and then release. Rest for 2 to 3 seconds before pressing, and press for 3 to 5 minutes. You can also use the method of pressing and kneading. With the index finger and middle finger side by side, press on the position of Cheng Ling point, and then centering on the point, keep a certain strength, rotate and press gently. Each massage for 3 to 5 minutes. You can also use the palm root to press the Cheng Ling point and then slowly knead it, 2 to 3 times a day. Adhere to regular massage. Jian Li point is located at the lower edge of the acromion. When the upper part is abducted and raised horizontally, you will find two dimples in the area of the deltoid muscle of the shoulder joint. The center of a dimple before and below the acromion is Jian Li point. When massaging, it is advisable to lie on your back, relax your shoulders, rub this point with your palm. Or use your middle finger to rub this point for 3 to 5 minutes each time. On the shoulders, spread the 4 fingers as far as possible to grasp the shoulders. The palms are close to the muscles. And use the thumbs to do a rotating massage at the position of the Jian Li point. The massage should be slightly harder, and the effect will be more obvious after the massage. Massage the Jian Li point. The surrounding muscles should be properly kneaded to eliminate the feeling of discomfort for more serious patients. A wall or a tree can also be selected as auxiliary props. During the treatment, the shoulders should be pressed against the wall or the tree, and then the shoulders should be used as auxiliary props. Rotation massage is done on the axis, which can also stimulate the Jian Li point. The best way to stimulate the Jian Li point is cupping. The cupping time does not need to be too long each time. Usually Jian Li point cupping is darker than other points, because the wind and cold here is too heavy and there is too much blood stasis, and sometimes the cupping site will be high and swollen. The location of the Jingbai Lao point is easy to find. It is located in the neck, bowed head, the 7th cervical vertebra, the junction of the back of the neck. And the depression of the lower edge of the vertebral body is the Da Zui point. From the Da Zui point vertically upwards 3 horizontal fingers 2 inches. The left and right sides open 1 horizontal finger, that is the Jingbai Lao point. Pay attention to your own fingers as the standard, to stimulate the Jingbai Lao point. You can use the method of tapping, with the thumb of the pulp press on the position of the Jingbai Lao point, then press down deeply, continue to press for about 10 seconds. Release and rest for 3 seconds, then press again, press and release for a cycle, press for 5 minutes each time. You can also use the method of massage to stimulate the Jingbai Lao point. Press the Jingbai Lao point with the thumb belly, then take the Jingbai Lao point as the center. Maintain a certain strength to rotate and massage from the inside to the outside. Each time can be massaged for 3 to 5 twice a day. Gentle moxibustion is also a good way to stimulate the Jingbai Lao point. Ignite the moxa stick and then point the ignited end to the Jingbai Lao point about 2 to 3 centimeters from the skin surface, to feel the skin mild but no burning sensation. Use moxa for 10 to 20 minutes each time. Stop when the skin at the point is flushed, twice a day. The method of cupping can also stimulate the Jingbai Lao point. Leave the pot for 10 to 15 minutes after that. You can lift the pot, but it should be noted that the operation method of cupping is too professional, generally speaking. It is not recommended to operate it at home to avoid accidental burns or scalds. The above operation methods can be used alone or in combination.